What's going on, you guys? Slim here to bring you guys what you guys have been begging for, and that's right, you guys, my updated MEKK-KNIGHT Invoke list post the September 14th ban list. If you guys are new here, consider subscribing, hit that notification bell. You guys will be notified whenever I upload. You'll also be notified when I stream over on Twitch. Link is in the description. I also have just opened a Patreon, you guys, and a very, very different Patreon, one that's pretty cheap, I think. I don't have any tiers above $10. I just started. I have 3 tiers for you guys. Check it out. Links in the description. I'm going to be doing a bunch of awesome stuff on there. All the side decks that you guys have been begging for every deck profile are going to be exclusively on Patreon. I feel that way. Those of you that do contribute, those of you that do support the channel that way, I can give you guys a lot of insight with my side decks. I just never really like to do them here in the deck profiles because they change all the time, but every side deck I do make, every side deck I do change and update will be over there. So again, check it out. Links in the description. I have a $3 tier, a $5 tier, $10 tier. That's it. I don't feel there's any reason to charge more than that, especially for something like that. But yeah, if you guys want to check it out, again, links in the description. Everything you guys do to support the channel helps me out, and you guys know I appreciate it. As always, if you want to purchase any cards that you see in this deck profile because of the ban list, because you want to play this deck, which I hope you do, because you guys already know Team MEKK-KNIGHT Invoke for life, use my TCG player link in the description below. A portion of what you spend will go back to the channel. It helps me out, and I really do appreciate it. I made this deck 40 cards again, you guys. I was able to add some things that you guys wanted me to add. We definitely made some changes. I'm excited. Hopefully you guys enjoy. Smash that like button if you do enjoy. You know, you guys have been killing it lately. Comment anything below, any success you've had with the deck, and hopefully you guys enjoy. You guys already saw a little sneak peek there. Yeah, we added the trap, you guys. You already know. I told you guys I was going to find a way to make it work, and I did. So, yeah, hopefully you guys do enjoy. This is the list I've been testing since the new list, since the new ban list dropped, and with the addition of Harpy's Feather Duster, it's just been awesome. So hopefully you guys do enjoy. 3 copies of Slim, you already know. 3 copies of Alistair, the All-Star, my favorite. I'm going to be honest, I think this is like my favorite card in Yu-Gi-Oh!, especially right now. Like some of my OG favorites, like Rescue Rabbit, Minerva, all those cards. Papal-Operative, all those cards, like literally, like, you know, Alistair has been my modern day just favorite card. This is me, like literally, if I could dress up as Alistair for Halloween, I would do it. But Alistair is just like my favorite card ever. 1 card Macabre. I just love this card. I'm so grateful that the list kept it alive. Like honestly, like I think I would have a little bit low-key been sad had they hit Alistair. My next favorite cards in the game are probably MEKK-KNIGHTs. I love MEKK-KNIGHTs so much. I have a pure list that I'm working on as well, that I'll be profiling very soon for you guys. But I got MEKK-KNIGHTs and I upped the count. Triple purple, of course, your wind-up rapid. I upped to 3 copies of blue, 1 copy of Indigo Eclipse, and I did add the yellow star. I went back and forth if I wanted to play this or if I wanted to play Red Moon. I'll be honest, it's really, really hard to really just kind of argue for which one is better. And I was thinking, okay, well, if I go up against any kind of back row deck, if I go up against anything that might pop cards, you know, people are playing Phantom Knights and stuff, and it can at least, I guess, kind of bait out one of the Fog Blades. I don't know. I got to test it more, but I like this one also. It has 2,800 defense, which is huge. It's 200 points more than the defense on Red Moon. I don't know if that justifies playing it, but for me, this card has always been the better MEKK-KNIGHT to play. I just think the card is more solid than red in a lot of situations. I still respect back row decks because even though Harpy's Feather Duster came back, you know these back row decks have been dealing with Lightning Storm, Twin Twister, Cosmic Cyclone, all those cards for years, for different formats, and they still find ways to adapt. So I still wanted to have just another card that can bait some stuff. So I really like this. It can also bait in impermanence. It can do a lot of things. So I think this is a great MEKK-KNIGHT lineup. Since we are playing the trap, I wanted to up the MEKK-KNIGHT count, and I think that this is the perfect number. This is the number Johnny and I played at the UDS. We played this at the 3v3, and this lineup has always been solid. Like I play my original 5, and then if I up the count, I always just add an extra blue and a yellow just to give myself more versatility and just be able to see more MEKK-KNIGHTs, because you win these games going second just by splashing down MEKK-KNIGHTs and they can't do anything. As another MEKK-KNIGHT, which I'll be honest, I kind of view this card as a MEKK-KNIGHT, I did decide to main deck the Prankatops. So this card would have been in the side deck that you guys would see over on Patreon, but I decided to put in the main deck. There's really no reason not to. This card is really, really good. This is one of the best cards in Yu-Gi-Oh! It's at 1 for a reason. And I figured, okay, I have 39 cards, and I was thinking, you know, I really don't want to play Upstart. Like, yeah, I could, and then I guess I could have some consistency, but I was like, yo, Prankatops, special Prankatops, set of cards, special MEKK-KNIGHT, normal Alistair, like, bait cards with Prankatops. This card is just amazing. Like, this card was 100% there. This is always the first card in my side deck, just to let you guys know. But yeah, this card is just insane. Like, you can just open with this card and just do so many great things. So I absolutely love this card. I love how it just bodies Numeron by itself. Like, literally, they activate the field spell, you can pop it, you can run over the Zexal just by specialing it, because it goes to 2,000, I believe, and you just run it over with Prankatops. Like, this is one of the best cards in Yu-Gi-Oh! So I felt that, you know, it's almost like another MEKK-KNIGHT. I feel like I'm playing another MEKK-KNIGHT when I play it, so I had to include it in the main deck. Rest of the cards, I've got the hand traps, of course. You guys are probably getting tired of this, but hey, I mean, hand traps really don't change that much in this particular deck just because of how solid they are, but I do play Ash, and I do play the Gamma Driver package. Again, every profile, I'm going to say it, for right now, these seem to be the best hand traps. More cards need to be tested, like Nibiru, Phantasme. I'm arguing for Phantasme, to be honest, because I noticed how many Dragon Link players are, because Dragon Link is arguably one of the best decks in the format. Problem is, like, Phantasme, like, sucks against Eldritch if they don't make a Link or like some other decks, but against Dragon Link and other decks, I can definitely see Phantasme coming in, possibly Nibiru, etc. Got to test more cards. Ogre, got to test more cards, but right now, these are what I play along with Impermanence, and these cards have just, I mean, I say it every profile, they're very solid. Gamma Driver is still insane. You just really don't want to open Driver, but hey, it's the risk you make playing the deck. Of course, I still play the Korribane, so I know a lot of you mentioned about playing Candina. I just don't want to commit another normal summon. However, I completely understand why you guys play it. Normal Candina to search, you know, to go field spell, get Candina, get this, summon this, make a Verdant. It's a very good play. Maybe in the future I will test it out more. Maybe having one additional normal summon wouldn't be that bad, but this helps you make Verde. Light Stage is just an amazing card. There's a reason why it's at 1. And then you guys already know the ultimate wizard in terms of attack and defense, and a Ferocious Dragon with deadly attack, because we're still playing Verde Anaconda, and we're still playing our Red Eyes Dark Dragoon in this deck, because the card is absolutely busted in this deck. This deck arguably plays it better than Dogmatica. I agree 100% with you guys. I think that this deck is just insane. Going second, this deck is, like, honestly, this is one of the best going second decks in the game. Like, there's no denying it. It may not be the best, but it's definitely up there as one of the best going second decks, period. That's it for the monsters. To the spells, of course, triple meltdown with 2 copies of Invocation. You guys already know this has been the ratio ever since we cut Desires. Like, I'm not gonna lie, there are times I do want to play a 3rd Invocation because I am playing the Alistair Link, but so far, like, this has been fine. So this ratio never really changes. I'm so glad we still have meltdown. That just helps so much. Just being able to block stuff as well with meltdowns, built-in protection is great. Now, here's where I made some changes. So I was reading a lot of your guys' comments, and trust me, I do read all your comments. I don't think I don't. I read a lot of your comments. I try to reply to a lot of them. And I listened to what you guys were saying. And so what I decided to do for this particular list, to keep the deck at 40, since that seems to be the magical number, I decided to test out cutting talents and droplets to 2 each. So I figured, okay, what cards can I cut in my deck to still keep the deck at 40, still keep the deck consistent, but still give me an oomph going second? And I figured, okay, let me try 2 talent, 2 droplet just for now. Like, this could be something that can change. But this way, I'm still playing the cards. I still have access to them. I still have a high chance of opening them. And I like talents. The card is just insane. I actually never played Call by the Grave in this deck. Like, I know you guys might think that's weird, but I never played Call by the Grave in this deck. I didn't feel it was necessary. I felt like our MEKK-KNIGHTs just did so much that you didn't actually need to play that. So I was perfectly fine with just playing talents and droplet before, and you know, just with 2 and 2, keeps the deck at 40, keeps the deck consistent, and they still do really great things, especially for a going second deck. This helps you break boards. So I feel that MEKK-KNIGHTs by themselves can just break boards. So Prangatons, all those cards can break boards, and yeah. And now it's been 16 years, and I can finally say it. We are main decking Harpy's Feather Duster. So I decided to cut Lightning Storm completely. So for those of you that couldn't afford Lightning Storm, hey, go get your Harpy's Feather Duster using my TCG player link in the description below. Yeah, this card is great. Here's the thing. Okay, there's not a bunch of back row decks. It may not be the best against Eldritch, but it does hit back row, and you are able to set it, which is very important. You are able to set it, summon a MEKK-KNIGHT, and then if you do choose to activate it, you can do that. Whereas you can't do that with some other cards. Lightning Storm does have a requirement. You can't have face-up cards. So this card is just insane. Like, I feel like this is the budget, quote-unquote, Lightning Storm for people. So there's no reason not to play it in a going second deck, because you just don't know what you're playing against. It may be a dead card, but at worst, you can set it and start doing MEKK-KNIGHT things with it and create a column. So I thought there was no reason not to play it. It's been 16 years I've been waiting to play that card. Yeah, we're playing it. Of course, the Light Stage, that goes with the Candina. This card is really, really good. Being able to lock a back row is absolutely ridiculous, and then get rid of it at the end of the turn. I mean, this is just insane. Like, honestly, like, the small Trickstar engine is ridiculous. One of my favorite spells in the game, you guys already know, gotta play it, going second. I don't need to talk about this. You guys know my love for Mind Control is forever. I've got, of course, the Terraforming, because it searches our Meltdown or our Light Stage, depending on what we need, and then just 1 fusion, so I decided to play only 1 fusion. Honestly, the deck is 40. I don't really want to hard draw this. It's not really what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to get to Verde and just send it off Verde, so that's why we're only playing 1. I know I made the argument last time for if 1 gets stopped, you have another one, but hey, I'd rather have 1 less brick in my deck, and yeah, I know it's 3 bricks in a deck, plus driver, there's a lot of bricks, but hey, we still make it work. So I think 1 Red Eyes Fusion is fine. You can play more if you want, but again, I wanted to keep the deck 40 cards. traps. I've got just the 3 impermanents, and then the World Legacy Secret, which card is absolutely insane. You make Morningstar, you search it, you discard a Mech Knight, you can bring back a Mech Knight, and depending on where a monster goes, literally you can line it up with the Mech Knight, negate its effect. It's like a skill drain, a built-in skill drain for the deck, which is ridiculous. So that's it. And Impermanence is obviously just an amazing hand trap. Even without Call by the Grave, we were always playing Impermanence in our deck. But that's it for the main deck, you guys. It's a clean 40. Extra deck real quick, has not changed. It's literally the same, I believe. This isn't really going to change. Like, there's not much you can really change with this. You're still playing the 4 Invoke monsters, the double Macabre, the Purgatrio, the Agodius. Don't really need to explain those. You guys know why we play 2 Macabre. Of course, the best fusion ever, because this card is retarded. This card's going to get banned probably eventually. Japan did it. They'll probably ban it for us eventually. Our 1-card Macabre play, you guys already know. Very easy to make, especially in this deck. You play around Nibiru like it's nobody's business. The namesakes of the deck, the MEKK-KNIGHT Invoke part. So both these cards have both their warrants for why they're in here. This helps you OTK. There's also the most important reason. So people ask me all the time why I play this card. It's because it's another copy of Alistair. Its name is Alistair while in the field or in the graveyard. That's very important. I think it's very important that you guys know that having an extra copy when you don't actually hard draw Alistair, but you've made this, is fantastic for the late game. You can also search our other copy of Invocation to help us OTK the opponent more. And this card is amazing. People don't read this card. If you don't read this card, you're going to lose to this card. You're going to feel really dumb when you try to kill it, and you can't. And this searches the secret. So this card is amazing. One of my favorite links ever. Easily. Of course, we're playing Verde because, I mean, we can, and we send fusion. I'm still playing Cross Sheep. It helps us link climb, very important for this deck. Being able to link climb, especially with our fusions, to make, link 4s, or being able to make one of my favorite cards, of course, the BLS. You make this card a lot in this deck because how big your Mech Knights are, so being able to have Cross Sheep, a Mech Knight plus this helps you just get there. So it's pretty crazy. There's a lot of things you can do, like, just to get to this card, and I really like it. So this card is just one of my favorite cards. Back row decks have a real hard time outing it. I still play the Unicorn for the Interruption. This is mostly the card I make with the Cross Sheep. Just getting another monster, then making this, spinning another card is really important, so it's really good. That helps us go into our access code talker, which obviously just OTKs the opponent. It just gets huge, pops cards, and you just OTK them. And then the last card I'm playing, as last time, I'm still respecting Dogmatica, so I'm still playing the Nova. For the upteenth time, to everyone that asks, no, I don't summon the Nova. No, I don't make the Nova. I literally send it if my opponent triggers the effect of freaking, what is it? I even forgot its damn name. A freaking Maximus. Like, literally, I will only do, like, this, the only purpose it has in here. If they send with their cards, I send this card and summon a Macabre and interrupt their plays. So that is why we play it. But that is the deck, you guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. Please smash that like button if you did. MEKK-KNIGHT Invoke for life. You guys already know. Like I said, if you guys are looking to find the side deck, come over and join my Patreon. You guys, it's really cheap. Like I said, I'm not going to ever make expensive tiers for you guys. I just want you guys to enjoy it, support it. We're doing a lot of awesome things. One of my tiers is I'll be doing deck submissions where, like, I'll literally, you can send me any deck you want and we'll work through the whole deck, get it competitive, feature it on the channel if you want. There's a lot of cool little perks that I'm working on. Obviously, I want to work with you guys to make a really good Patreon for you guys. I'm going to be making a Discord chat, all that stuff for you guys. Just give me time. I'm kind of technically challenged with that stuff because I'm kind of an old man, so compared to some of these youngsters, I have to learn a lot of things. But overall, I think this deck is amazing, one of the best going second decks, and I just absolutely love it. Hopefully you guys do too. Again, if you guys want to see the side deck, any of my side decks going forward, talk side deck theory, etc., definitely just come over, check out my Patreon in the description below. It'll support the channel, it'll help me out, and you guys already know I appreciate it. But MEKK-KNIGHT Invoke, you guys, we're going to be playing it forever, as long as we can. As long as the cards are physically here, I'm going to keep playing it, and hopefully you guys will too. And hopefully you guys did enjoy the video. Smash that like button if you did, and I will see you guys next time. Thank you for watching.